We're looking here to upgrade our step pattern that we've already learned. We're assuming at this point that you not just have been through, but that you are comfortable working with vertex form and that you're comfortable working with your step patterns from our previous video. If you're not, you'll need that because I'm going to go pretty darn quickly through this. We're assuming that you have those skills. This video is suitable if you're in a 3C or a 2D class, if it's review. Okay, we're going pretty quickly. We're looking to review here. But at that same time, again, you need to make sure you've got these skills. Otherwise, it's probably a little bit of a waste of your time. We're working here. Our regular step pattern. We're taking a look at this equation that we've already seen before. Now, you've seen this. You know what to do. We know from this equation that we can take our step pattern, we can take the location of our vertex, and we can take the direction of opening. Now, we're going to upgrade that and work with this brand new equation today where there's just one new piece, and that is our a value that's multiplying by this set of brackets, by what's being squared here, by the x minus h that's being squared. Now, this piece is what we call the vertical stretch factor. Now, it does not always stretch. Sometimes it compresses. We're not going to focus on that right now in this video right here. But the idea here is that it vertically affects our function. That means it affects the y coordinates of our function. That means it affects how, for our step pattern, how we're going up or down rather than how we're going over. And it's a factor, which means it multiplies. All right. Now, our vertex, we remember, can be found at h and k. All right. Now, we're going to take a look at these step patterns. If this a value, which is right here, if this a value is equal to 2, then, well, hang on, our original step pattern is over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, over 1 up 5, over 1 up 7. It would continue, over 1 up 9, over 1 up 11. We're going to upgrade that. Okay, if a equals 2, we're seeing our new step pattern will be over 1 up 2, not 1, 2. Our new step pattern will be then over 1 up 6, not 3, 6. And then over 1 up 10, over 1 up 14. Now, you might notice right here, all of these are going up. Instead of going up by 2 like they did before, now these are going up by 4. That's great. If you memorize that, that's fantastic, but that's actually more than you need to memorize. Okay? The whole idea here is if you have your regular step pattern right here, if you have this piece memorized, great. That's all you need. This is a factor. A factor means we're multiplying. So instead of going up 1, we multiply that by 2, and we find our new step pattern goes up by 2. Instead of going up 3, we multiply that by 2, we're going up by 6. Instead of going up by 5, we multiply by 2, we're going up by 10. So we don't need to memorize these step patterns. We just need to memorize how our a value changes the step patterns. In this case, we multiply how much we're going up or down by 2 because a equals 2. If instead a equals 3, then we multiply instead those values by 3. We're working with 3, 9, 15, 21 instead of 1, 3, 5, 7. Fantastic, nice and straightforward. Okay, if that's the case, if this seems pretty darn straightforward to you, I encourage you, pause the video and try and plot these. If not, if you want to see this first one being plotted, great. We know the 3 steps to plotting are, number 1, we need to find the vertex. So we'll work here with part A, and here we can see that our vertex is given by this value and this value. Now be careful, remember our h value is whatever is subtracted. What's getting subtracted here is a negative 12. If you're not sure why that's a negative, go back and watch a previous video. That's not what this video is for. All right, and then a positive 4. So if our vertex then is at that point, we're working with negative 12, positive 4. Let's go there, negative 12, positive 4. We're working right here. All right, good job us. We have ourselves this point. Now we need to use this step pattern. Now, is there an upgrade to this step pattern? No, there's no number in front. So we're sticking with our regular step pattern, but we're aware that this parabola is opening down. Okay, so we're going over 1, down 1. Over 1. From there, we're going over 1, down 3. Easy, nothing new here. Over 1, down 5. Over 1, down 7 from there. Fantastic. Now, next, we're going to take a look. Okay, let's see, whoops, what our new step pattern looks like. Here we are. Now we're seeing, okay, there is an a value. This a value is 2. That's going to change up our step pattern. If you're not sure how it changes the step pattern, go look, cheat, use this, okay? But again, I'm hoping you don't memorize all of these step patterns. I'm hoping you can see how they change. All right, now the vertex for our second problem here, our vertex is at +3, -5. Okay, so +3, -5, we're working from here. Now, instead of going over 1, up 1, that's where we would normally go. Instead of going there, we're going to go over 1, up 2, because our a value is 2. So we're multiplying how much we're going up by 2. Now, instead of going over 1, up 3, we're going over 1, up 6. Okay, nothing really new here other than we're multiplying these vertical numbers, the amount we're going up by, other than we're multiplying those each time by 2 here. Okay, so now from here, we're going to go over 1. Normally, we would go up 5. This time, we're going to go up 10. Nice and fantastic. We're working here with 13. There we are. We've gone up 10, and we can see exactly what our parabola looks like. Now, this parabola is steeper. We're expecting it to be steeper, and let's fix that sketch a little bit. We're expecting it to be steeper. There we are. That's what we're looking at. Now, a 2, if there's vertical stretch by a factor of 2, then it's steeper than no vertical stretch. Okay, now we're going to see then what it looks like with a vertical stretch by a factor of 3 and opening down. Pause the video, see how you did. Good, okay, now we're working with a very steep, very vertically stretched here. How much did we go? So every time we went over just by 1 still, right? Our vertical stretch factor does not affect how much we're going over, it just affects how much we're going down. How much did we go down each time? Well, first we went down by 3. Then we went down by 9. And then we went down by 15. Okay, if we had continued with this pattern, hey, look, these are going up by 6s. That's great. We're not going to focus too much on that. Those would be, if you're curious, those would be our second differences. But at this point, I'm hoping you feel a little bit more comfortable with your upgraded step pattern. I'm hoping you feel comfortable with when it's needed. It's needed when we have a number, multiplying by our brackets there when we're working in vertex form. Nice work here.